Okay, I'm proud that I'm a farmer. I'm confident that with this farm, I can further my children's education. So it is something like a social security for me, not only me, but the entire family. So I'm proud to be a farmer.
Ebenezer Oredu farms in the Kwaibibrim district in the eastern region, where, on 27 acres of land, he is raising what is known around the world as the wonder crop, oil palm. So what makes oil palm so special? Firstly, per hectare, it is the highest yielding vegetable oil crop in the world. It's hard to imagine that the oil from this humble fruit is used in soaps, cosmetics, margarine, Maggi cubes, even ice cream, and there's huge international demand for it. But what makes oil palm totally unique is the fact that the fruit produces not one, but two distinctly different oils, one from the flesh and one from the nut.
That is the palm oil and the kernel oil. And I've not seen any seed or any fruit in the world which has two kinds of oils.
Lawrence Atsrim is Technical Director of Ghana Oil Palm Development Company, or GOPDC. It was set up by government in 1975 with the specific aim of diversifying agriculture in an area dominated by cocoa production. And it worked.
Our fathers were dependent on cocoa. And during the 1980s, when there was a falling price of cocoa, many of them refused to go into cocoa farming. And when the oil palm came, they joined. It's helping them enough. But they are getting money, even more than cocoa.
The palms, almost every 2 weeks you get your yield, but cocoa is once for the year. And for that much, if you are a cocoa farmer, within 6 months, your money is finished. But as for palms, almost every 2 weeks you get your little.
Yeah, the whole year. Sometimes it will go small. By June, you won't get it plenty. I won't get this and this one plenty. But every day, every 2 weeks, you get a little.
Farmers Ebenezer Uredu, Afum Donko, and Francis Apia are all vital members of the GOPDC family, and examples of how the advent of oil palm and GOPDC have impacted on the economy of the region.
Before GOPDC, people around were mostly subsistence farmers. With the advent of GOPDC, they've seen the good part of commercial farming.
But let's go back a little. GOPDC was divested in 1995, and its majority shareholder today is SEAT of Belgium. And since privatization, production has soared.
In 1979, we started with only 20 farmers. Now we have 6,000 farmers.
We have only a small nucleus estate, which is our industrial plantation. We are working a lot with the local people here. What are we doing? We are working with farmers. They have the land to plant the oil palm. So we are giving them a loan to plant oil palm and then to supply the fruit to us.
We have been supplied with seedlings, fertilizers and other things. And with the inputs, it's a form of a loan. So whenever we send our products to the GOPDC, a small amount of money is deducted to replace the loan.
The way GOPDC operates is that we are the bankers, the financiers of the farmers.
The loan is in kind, consisting of quality seedlings grown here at the GOPDC nursery, and fertilizers and technical support. And it's on very favorable terms. Because the oil palm takes 7 years to bear fruit, farmers are given a 7-year grace period on the loan and 15 years to pay it off.
So no wonder that the farmers are interested in planting and planting and planting. Yeah, but that's the objective of the entire exercise.
Because GOPDC's access to land is limited, and the outgrowers, who together have planted 14,000 hectares of oil palm, are a vital resource for GOPDC. It's a win-win situation. GOPDC gets the raw material it needs to produce oil, and the farmers have a ready market for their produce.
Last year, for instance, this 5-acre farm, I harvested 30 tons.
And what's that worth?
And I realized about 11.5 million out of it. It's quite a money for me.
Through the farmers buying produce, GOPDC injects an average of $2.5 million into the community each year, with major impact on social development in the district.
When you look at the time when the project wasn't around, but that time when you see it, you become very sorry. But now you see that most of the people are enjoying, because you see some people have just put up very nice buildings here and there. That is, so they compare themselves in the community a lot.
I got the children who attended the university, Legon, one of the IPS, one of UTech.
People get money to build houses. People get money to further their children's education. GOPD itself is also providing some essential services to the community.
How do we do?
Like building schools, assisting communities with electrification projects, sinking water wells, and maintaining 400 kilometers of roads in the region. But the creation of employment is perhaps the most vital contribution here. The Nucleus Estate employs 400 permanent workers, but it doesn't end there.
GOPD is creating employment for me first. I intend to create a lot of employment for others, because I use the pay I get each month also to finance my farm projects.
Ebenezer Oredu employs 2 permanent farm workers and numerous casual laborers, according to the season. And the pattern repeats itself on farms throughout the district. Working as harvesters, pickers, and carriers, thousands of young men and women are gaining economic independence.
If you can get your daily bread, why do you go and hustle in the city without any employment? And you see that even some of the people who went there to the city are coming back.
And then there's the processing plant.
It has created a lot of employment for many people here. I am now one. I've been employed for the past 23 years and still working here.
Ebenezer, like many other workers here, plays 2 roles. He provides the company with fruit as an outgrower and works in the plant. When he joined the company, it was as a farm laborer in the fields. Today, he's a senior machine operator in the clarification plant.
So this is what I'm doing to contribute my quota to the development of GOPDC and Ghana as a whole. So I'm proud of what I'm doing.
Let's look at the oil production process. It's wonderfully simple. It begins here where the fruit, fresh from the farms and still in its bunches, is cooked and sterilized in huge ovens. The fruit is then separated from the bunches and put into a simple screw press where, under pressure, the oil is extracted.
Then the crude oil is now sent to the clarification system for purification and drying, and it becomes a clean oil like this.
The red palm oil that we all know. But the process isn't over yet. Phase 2 begins with the palm oil's residue of fiber and nuts.
Then it goes to a system where the nuts and the fiber are separated.
The nuts are then dried and cracked, and the kernel is extracted, which, when treated with pressure, yields its own distinctive product.
And this is the kernel oil. So you realize that in this fruit that we have seen, this gives you the palm oil from the flesh, and inside which the seed, which is the kernel, is, it gives the kernel oil.
The beauty of the system is that absolutely no chemicals are used anywhere in the process, and all byproducts or waste go straight back into the system. Take the fiber and shells, for example. These are burnt in the boiler to provide the heat to create steam. The steam, in turn, runs the turbine to create electricity, which powers the machines. And the recycling doesn't end there. The empty fruit bunches are returned to the fields and laid out in lines between the trees.